Hi, this is Stitching to Connect Annie from snowy Colorado. I'm looking out my window and we got another 8.5 inches day before yesterday. The roads are ruddy and kind of nasty again. They did a little bit better job in our cul-de-sac and neighborhood. So I look out over a cul-de-sac, which is very beautiful. And anyway, yeah, that's where we are weather-wise. I think we're supposed to get some more of the white stuff. My glasses. Some more of the white stuff Sunday and Monday. Tomorrow and, no, Sunday. This is Friday. This is Friday, the 20th of January. And I wanted to hop on here, and this is going to be a WIP parade. So I am organized. This is the second WIP parade I've ever done, and I went back. I had done one in June of 2022, and that was my first one. And I went back and looked at it, and it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess, partly because I'd never done one before. I wasn't organized, and I was kind of going through. It was prior to when I left for StitchCon 2022 last year. And I was kind of going through seeing what should I take, what should I not take to stitch on. I had been to StitchCon 2021 the prior year. And I thought, well, I'll just take some things where I can fill in and stuff. So I was going through my many, many bags to figure all that out. So yeah, I apologize. This is going to be much more organized, hopefully. I can say that, and then it's maybe not. I hope I said this is Stitching and Connect Annie. This is my 51st Flosstube, I believe. It might be a little more than that because I did do some, well, this year I tried to do one a week in December. Didn't quite even make that. The year before I tried to do a daily one, and that fell off the wagon really quick. But that, I didn't really add all of those Christmas floss tubes in that number. So I may be at around 60, but we're going to keep it right at 51 today as official. So I've been doing this 2 years, September, October, and of 2022. And I am rambling, as I am very prone to do. So let's jump in. I will say these are, I'm going to save my regular content for next time. These are not in any order of oldest to newest or anything. They are just pulled all my things together. I did look through, so what I did was the beginning of January in my journal, I wrote down all my current WIPs that I knew of. And then when I rewatched my WIP parade from June of last year, as I said, I wrote down all the WIPs that I covered. And so even some of those I've eliminated today. I'm not including them for one reason or another. I've lost interest, or my tastes have changed, which, you know, happens. Our tastes change. But, or I've gotten more experienced. I know more what I want to do. And some of them are just going by the wayside, or I just had very little starts on them, and I just decided, you know, I'd rather spend my time on some other things. So, yeah. And I came up to, so when I made my list at the beginning of the year, I had 30. And I think last year I'd had 20. So combining the two, I think I'm right at 40, maybe 45 with some of the eliminations, but I'm not going to count them as I go or anything like that. So that's just round numbers. So I'm going to put my list in front of me just so I can refer. And I can find it right offhand. Yeah, so this is my WIPs, works in progress for this year. And I have that in front of me. And then I'll fill in the rest as we go. So let's jump in on this. I don't know how long this will be. I'm guessing about an hour because I'm more organized this year. So first off, one of my oldest WIPs, it's definitely from a while back, is my Mill Hill chandelier. I would call it a chandelier, and it's not. It's a candelabra. It's, try to keep the glare off. It's a Buttons and Beads Mill Hill candelabra. Oh, and I meant to grab a bag, something to hold these up to, and I didn't do that, so we'll just kind of play it by ear. And this is how much I've done. And I haven't touched it this year. I didn't touch it in 2022, I don't believe. So I still want to finish it. It's super cute. I really like it, but we'll see. And then this is one is difficult to show a photo of, and I didn't touch it, and I was going through things, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this. And then when I looked at it again, I went, no, I really do want to finish this. So this was a Forbidden Fiber mystery Halloween sale, and I believe it was in I don't have it written down. I believe it was 2021 or 2021. It wasn't last year's. And so you can see it's a house on a haunted hill. And because it was a mystery sale, there's no colored picture of it per se. And this, is that right? Yeah, this is how much I have done. So this is the moon, and this is the house, and this is the grass, or the hill. So you can see. So that big white area on the photo is the moon. I think I definitely have that right. Or is it this way? Wow, I don't know for sure. I think I was holding it right. I think that's correct. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Anyway, and I thought, I don't know. But then I looked at it and I went, no, I want to finish that. So it's going in my WIPs list. It's gone in my WIPs list for this year. This is a really cute fabric. I'll just show this to you too. This is a really cute finishing fabric I ordered this year for either this or something else. It might be for my, it might be for my Hocus Pocus, not Hocus Pocus, but my Halloween script one from Caterpillar, the mystery one. I might have ordered it for that, which is kind of a banner situation, but it's a backing, and I thought it was really pretty. So that's in one of my Halloween bags here. So that was bag number 1, but we're not numbering these. And then this year's big Halloween project, which everybody knows about, and I don't have a picture of. I don't believe. No, I don't. I don't have a picture. That's interesting. I don't know why that's in there. As I find things, I'll be pulling them out. Is the Haunted Library. Okay. Everybody has seen this. Everybody knows and loves it. And this is how much I got done. So I got the librarian. Yeah, she's the librarian holding the books. I got her done. I got part of the staircase done. I got part of the bookcase done. This is definitely a WIP. I super want to work on this. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful design, but I'm not very far on it. I had a couple of complicating factors. Oh, it was the first time I used my used Pattern Keeper, and I didn't load the pattern correctly, and I left it doubled up on some space or something. I don't remember the exact problem, but anyway, and I pulled my own threads for that one, and it's coming along nicely. It's coming along nicely. So yeah, I am going to take time to just put these back in the bags they're in. This is my bag for this, which I totally love. It's an 805 stitcher bag. I love that bag. Okay. This is a, this one I have a star by this because this is definitely going to get finished this year. I'm so close. It's called the Pumpkin Hunt. Pumpkin Hunt, yeah, and it says, "Let the hunt begin." And this is how much I have done on it. So I'm getting very close. So I need to do the begin and a couple of the big pumpkins, and it's done. And I love this fabric. I got this at StitchCon one year. It was the first year I went. And I even have the little buttons that go with it. This was a gift in the gift basket that I won from StitchCon. This is in my Tula Pink lemur bag. Look at those lemurs. I love lemurs. This is another one that a lot of people have stitched on. And last year, I want to get some more done on this before the new one comes out in April. But it is the Gilmore Girls seasonal one that they have. Black Needle Society has going every season that Katie and Laura, that Katie had designed, and it is, I've done this much. So I did more on the fall. The fall is on the right or your left as you look at it, where the Luke's cup is. That's fall, and I need to just finish in the background on that. But then I got started on the spring. Summer, I'm sorry. Summer, which was the other side. So I have a fair bit to go, and I love it. It's got great colors. The virtual retreat will be the end of April, I believe, the last week of April. So I am working on that. That comes in the bag that we got for the summer piece of it last year, which is fun. This is the saga of Hawkrun Hollow, Shores of Hawkrun Hollow. Okay, so my last Flosstube, I had done that much of it. I'll show a photo, show a picture. Most everybody knows what it looks like, but just in case you don't, I do have a picture, but I don't know where it is. Anyway, it's the Shores of Hawkrun Hollow. It's all the blocks, the C blocks of it. Anyway, I won't take the time. I say I won't, and then I was like, no, I'm going to look at it. I want to see how much I've done, but I don't see it. This is the new piece of it. I'm doing it in silks. I'm ordering silks as I go, which is fun. And, oh, there it is. I had it folded up. Because I took it with me to StitchCon this year to get a new piece of fabric. Because, oops, I think I tipped that. Sorry. So this fabric that I did this part of it on. So this is the picture. So I was started in this block on this fabric, and I absolutely hated the fabric. It's like working on cardboard and sandpaper at the same time. It's very bad. And I ordered this fabric. It wasn't anybody's fault. I just ordered it and I didn't know what I was ordering, and it wasn't a good choice. I don't even like, I ordered it more for the color, but then the color, oh, it's hard to explain. I was not happy. So I took this pattern with me to StitchCon this year, knowing I was going to go to Keepsakes and to try to find a new fabric. And I found a fabulous fabric. It is a Fiber on a Whim brick, 16 count. I don't even know what the other one was. It's not worth discussing. And I started, well, I'm going to start in the other corner. And that's how much I've done. When I picked it up, when I started working on it, that's a T, I think. Yeah, or the bottom of the T. So I have the words above will. So it says, the moon above will guide my love while he's at sea away from me. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I love this fabric. This fabric is amazing, and I'm so happy with it. So that is definitely a WIP. And I think I told you I'm doing that on, I'm doing that with silks. I'm ordering the silks as I go. The NPI silks. Which is fun. I haven't done a lot with silk. Now it's in my kitty bag, my beach kitty bag, where all the kitties are going to the beach. And it's lined with red polka dots. And it is, the bag is by, and I never can remember who did the bag. I don't know. But I love that bag. Oh, shoot, I forgot to put that in there. I'll do that later. This is my bag that I got. I love this bag, too. This is my black kitty bag. This houses a couple of WIPs. It's my Long Dog sampler, which I don't have a photo of. And I haven't done anything more than when I showed it in my last WIP parade. It's done in Mrs. Seda Silks, and it's called It's Your Move. It's the one with the chest pieces. So my color selection has really nothing to do with chess, but I just liked the colors. I ordered Mrs. Seda Silks and divided them up for choosing purposes. It's primarily going to be these greens and golds, but there's some dark blues thrown in there too. And it's called, the colorway I'm using is called Oxide. Yeah. I started this in May last year, I think. So that is definitely a WIP. I don't know what that is. Oh, these are ones I need to go through. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this little guy. This little guy is a WIP too. I don't have him on my list. And if I just buckled down, I could get him finished. He is a free pattern that I got from Lindy Stitches. Lindy Stitches. And it's a bird. It's called Birthday Bird. And it has flowers, and this is starting his head. It's a gorgeous neck. And I just picked my own colors here. And he's fun. He's fun. And if I could finish him, definitely as a small, but I think I kind of wanted to keep it for myself because I like the tropical piece of it. Okay, so that's one I forgot I had in this bag. And then, is that it? That's not totally it. Oh, this is funny because I met with, one of the things I did this last week was meet with Jessica, the gal I stitch with, that I met on, I believe it was Gilmore Girls here a year ago retreat, virtual retreat, and I met her just in a room and found out she lives not far from me, and so we get together at least once a month, once every 3 weeks to a month, and meet at Panera and just stitch and visit, and we just have a delightful time and get some lunch and then stitch. And Panera's is a good place to go if you want to do that kind of thing, because they don't care how long you sit at those tables. They're, you know, it's kind of a cafeteria situation where you go through and you order and then you take your food to your table, and it's never that crowded that you can't park yourself there. And I've heard of a lot of stitchers who do that. So if you are in need of a place to meet one or more stitchers, it's very fun and an easy place to do that. So that's what we do. I'm doing Cleopatra by Bendy Stitches. I'm doing it in sulkies, which is the first time I've ever used sulkies, and maybe one or two other threads that I pulled on my own. What is that? Saint Bernard. I don't even know. Oh, that's that green, which is kind of a weird color called Saint Bernard. Anyway, doing that in sulkies, and I haven't done much of it. This is how much I've done. So I've done part of her staff. Is that her staff? Yeah, her staff. Part of her staff and part of her dress. And so back to Jessica. Jessica is working on this too as a WIP, and she pulled hers out. She brought it with her and she showed me hers. And she's an art professor at Colorado, a university art professor here in Colorado. And she said, well, this should be in gold. The back, that blue, this blue should really be gold, because that's the way, did she call it a cartouche? See, I don't know. That's the way those are usually done in history and art. And then so she's doing that in a sparkly, I don't know if it was that sparkly braid or if it was Kreinik or what. And she's doing the staff in that, and she's doing a lot of the necklace in that. So I may steal a few of her ideas. Isn't that what meeting each other is for? Yeah. So that's how much I've done on Cleopatra, which I love. I love that piece. And that's all I have in that bag. Oh, wait. Oh, I have a barely start on this. It's not even worth discussing. Not sure I'm gonna even, it's a small that I started. Not even sure I'm gonna count that, as they say. Okay, I'm moving right along here. Quite a bit in here. See if I can organize this a little better. Okay, this is my Mirabilia, and I think I worked on her. I haven't worked on her since June, I don't think. This fabric's a little stiffish too. I'm not crazy about it, but this is my At the Met. Which I definitely want to work on. Here's a picture, and it's kind of a ratty picture because it's been stuck to plastic bags and stuff, but she's beautiful. And I would like to work on her more and then do a lot of, maybe some areas, leave some fill-in areas. It's not a lot. It's mostly skin and the black that are fill-in areas. When I look at her, could get her done this year. I really could if I put some focus time into her. She really is beautiful. I'm very excited about doing her. So I'm going to the Mirabilia retreat in October of this year. I can say this year now, not next year. And Nora Corbett is supposed to be there. And I'm going to that in October. So I would like to either find one that I can, and it's all kitted up. It's all kitted up. Did I pull some of my, no, I think I'm using all the called fors. I'm definitely using all the called fors. So yeah, that's all kitted up. So, oops, move that there because that goes back in the bag. Then this is another WIP from Halloween time this year. It is a, oh my goodness, I don't remember the company. I do not remember the company. Fangirl Fibers, I think. It must have been Fangirl Fibers because I have a lot of Fangirl Fiber threads, the threads I'm using. They're not silk, I think they're, yeah. They came with the mystery kit, and then I pulled some of my own threads. I'm making some changes. And it's called, it's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. And I didn't get terribly far, but I do like what I've done, and I definitely want to work on it. Let's see if I can get this in the right direction. It's so funny because I think I told you this on one of the Flosstubes when I was working on it. My husband saw this and he said, "Oh, is that a map of the world?" No, babe, it's her hair. So it's, yeah, it's her hair. And I like the way it's I like the way it's coming through as variegated. So like I said, I'm pulling my own threads, and definitely want to work on that as a Halloween piece for this year. It's super fun. Then I did, do I have a photo? Yes, I do. So I did, for the first time, do the virtual retreat for Frogwarts Year 3 in, I believe it was July. So I didn't have this when I didn't have this as a WIP when I saw it. I did June's. So it's this one. And what did I get done on it? Okay. Ordered my own fabric. I'm pulling my own threads. And this is how much. I didn't order my own fabric. This was Jody fabric that I got it, I think, StitchCon the first year. I have the Dementor. That's how much I've done on the Dementor. So I stitched on that the whole virtual retreat, which I believe is like 3 to 4 days. I think it starts Wednesday, maybe Wednesday night, and goes through Sunday. It's a hoot. It's a hoot. I signed up again for this year. Am I a huge Harry Potter fan? I am, to an extent. I've seen all the movies. I've read 1 or 2 of the books. I'm a Ravenclaw, and the reason I do it the most, what? That's not even proper English, hand. The best reason I choose to participate in this is the community. It's a hoot. It's a riot. And I was even the captain of a Quidditch team this year. Not by my first choice, but Katie put me in it, and it was fun. Everybody just has a great time. And like I said, that's these virtual retreats. It was the Gilmore Girl one that I met Jessica through, and didn't even know her before that, and now we have good stitchy times together. So yeah. And then I have a very small, so Athena from Black Needle Society does a Harry Potter Zoom once a month, sometimes more, but not a lot more. I don't have a picture of it. I mean, I could pull it up, but I'm not going to right now. And I'm doing an owl, a Harry Potter owl, which you can't tell other than it's the color of the owl. And I love this fabric. I need to stitch something else on this fabric. It's a Forbidden Fiber, which I belong to, their club. So I haven't done a lot on that. And then when I went back, because I didn't have any Harry Potter, so that's why I got that pattern. It's the owl. It's called Letter. The Letter, I think it's called. It's his owl. I can't remember the owl's name. And it has a letter in its mouth. Yeah. It's really pretty. And then I was so excited because of that fabric. This is I can't get this apart because of my fingers. This is a needle minder that I got with another stitch along, which I love. In fact, I should pull this needle minder and use it on wintry things right now. I'm gonna set that aside because that is just, it's just gorgeous. I think that's all I had in my bag. Yep, that's all I had in this bag. And this bag was, why am I at the Mets in that? I'm not sure of, but it is. And that's fine. Maybe I'll pull her out and have her separate because I don't know how to think about. And this was the beautiful bag that we got. I'm sorry, my fingers. Bag that we got with our box, because when you do the virtual retreats, the Gilmore Girls and the Frogwarts retreats, they send a box and you get all the goodies. Like we got this time turner. Isn't that pretty? So it's on my bag. And it's themed according to the year that you're working on. Okay, this is working really well. And I'm at 32 minutes, so this could be maybe an hour and a half, but we'll see. Okay, this is Christmassy, wintry, so as everybody's seen, the fox. I'm doing the fox, which is him. And I haven't done a lot on him, and I need to pull him out again. Oh, and there's another needle minder I had that I forgot. I didn't know what I'd done with it. My SCS needle minder from Steel City Stitchers, which is the retreat I went to last February, and I'm going to theirs in March. So that's how much I've done on the fox. I have to, this is the house, and I screwed the house up. I either stitched it in the wrong color or counted wrong or something, and I need to tear out some of that. I'm doing this with my chosen, I pulled my own floss for this. Oh, and this is a small count. Maybe that's why I don't know what count that is. I do not know what count that is. That looks like a 28 count, but it's got slubs in it, so maybe it's a linen. I didn't even realize I had done that. Oh, I do have it. It's a cashel linen, 28 count that I got from Forbidden Fiber last year. 2021. December. I guess I changed it to linens. These are my colors so far. I think these are all the colors that I needed. Yeah, some Color on Cottons and Classic Color Works and a Forbidden Fiber. Yeah, so those are all my colors. That's my color palette for the fox. So he's a fun stitch, and I honestly didn't realize I was doing him on 28. I have a couple going on 28. I'm a little proud of myself because I didn't realize he was one of them. But I really liked that fabric for this for that background. I didn't want it to be as blue. I wanted it to be more gray and stormy and wintry. And so that's what I did for him. I'm impressed, Anne. I didn't realize I had another one going on 28 count. So I have maybe 3 on 28 count now. And that one is a linen. That's a cashel linen. So this is one that I really wanted to work on this year, and it just did not happen. And out of sight, out of mind, I guess, maybe. I didn't think about it. That's why I need to do this every once in a while. It's Leela's Studio Holiday Quaker, which I really love. And I had even divided it out into sections when I started this. I think I didn't work on it last year, so I must have started this in 2021. And then I pulled my own colors for this also. Primarily, this is how far I've gotten in my color choices. And this is how much I've done. Is it like this? Yes, it's like this. So it's that upper corner. Yeah, it's this corner. Is that correct? Yeah, yeah. It's that corner because that's the start of the angel. Yes, yes, it's that corner. It's really pretty. It's a 16-18 count, I believe. I really like the fabric. I think it's a murky, not a murky, but I don't remember exact what it was. What else do I have in here? Nothing that I have worked on, started. So this was a Lindy Stitch bag. I think my cat chewed off the charm on it. It had a little nutcracker charm. I think I saved it. So it's a nutcracker bag. It was done by the 805 Stitcher, the bag. I'm using my storage bag from it's getting warm. Frogwords. It left my brain for a moment. This is one of my favorite bags. Look at this. This is the Painted Leaf Company. No, it's not. I apologize, 805 Stitcher. 805 Stitcher is one of my favorite bag makers. Look at that. Even came with a needle minder, which I have attached to the front of the bag. Look at that. Look at that. Oops. Upside down kitty. Little black kitties, and then the inside of the bag. You put a black kitty on a bag, and it's mine. There's paw prints, super cute. I think I drank milk last night, and I still have a milk mustache, even though I washed my face. I don't know how that happens. I saw that bag, and I said, oh, I have to have that. And in that bag is I don't have a picture of it. My Dark Queen of the Sea. That upside down. It's like this. This is how much I've done on it. Yeah. Using all the called fors. This is, you can't tell it, but it's got some sparkle in it. Not a lot, but a little. Pardon me. Way behind on. Pardon me. Way behind on that one. I think it's 18 count that I'm doing it on. And is that everything in that little bag? It sure is. I have some things in there, but they're kitted things, and they're not stuff. So we won't even deal with that. If I ever do a kitted parade, which some people do, I don't know if I ever will. This is my river, which I did take with me to StitchCon believe. And I did that much more on it. Yeah, I did do, maybe not StitchCon. No, it was StitchCon I worked on this. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And I super want to get that done this year. And I have a chance to get that done this year. So, yeah. That was in the November bag from 2021. I pulled my own fabric, and then, because it went so well with that turquoise thread that we got with that pattern. It's an easy stitch because you don't change thread. It's all variegated, and it's beautiful. So I need to try and stitch on that at least. Well, I'm sorry, I almost did a finger cut here. Someone figured out if you do 185 stitches a week, you can have it done in a year. And I started that, and I fell off the wagon in March. And then, like I said, I worked on this part of the urn situation with the flowers so I have all of this done, and then I've started working on this. So I probably have a good 6 months. If I would do 185 stitches a week, I think I could finish this year. That's a definite. I want to finish that. It's one of my oldest WIPs. I showed it last time. I did not work on it this year. I love it. I will work on it this summer. It's one of my very oldest WIPs that I bought this kit. I don't think there's any dates on it. A number of years ago. And then didn't work on it. And then when the whole COVID thing hit, I worked on this solid for a month. I don't even think I'd started it. And this is how much I've done. It's really beautiful. I could finish that this year with some solid stitching. That definitely needs to be one of my focus pieces. Because how beautiful is that? I really like that. And I really just have the two big shells. And then, oh, I have a border too. Borders are fun. And then I have this is a fill-in down here with these. And of course, if I knew about all the wonderfulness of hand-dyed fabrics, and it's a 14 count Aida, it's just a white Aida. If I'd known about all the wonderful fabrics that things, came with, and I think I'm pulling my own, no, I'm using the called for threads. I would have put on something prettier than that white Aida, because there's enough background that it would have showed. Kind of, maybe. I don't know. Oh, I still have to fill in all this. I have to do all the fill-in around it. This would be a good piece I have to do all the fill-in around the seashells too. There's a lot of stitching left on that. But I would like to finish that this year. I would like that to be a summer focus piece for summer. Oh yes, Santa. Santa. I showed this in June, and I haven't worked on it. I didn't work on it all this year, but so this is how much I have done. I have his hands holding the globe, basically, and a little bit of his coat. And like I said, this is gonna be pillows. Pillows, because I got another piece of that fabric, and I snagged that at StitchCon. Came with all the called for colors, and then I'm gonna do the other pillow with this one, because it's one of my favorites. And I don't even remember honestly buying this. I truly don't, but I do love it. It's got a raccoon, and I'm guessing that's a wolf, and of course an owl and a duck. Look at the little raccoon tail sticking out from under it. He's got it holding it like a football. That's one of my favorite Prairie Schoolers. maybe Christmas in July, I'll work on that one. Another one of my favorite kitty cat bags is Kitties on Bicycles. Done by, this is a Painted Leaf Company bag. And does it have cat fur on it? It certainly does. And this houses my Dark Queen of the Sea. And I did not touch that this last year. Which I'm like, what's wrong? That's not true. I did some of the green. That is not true. I did some of the green. One of my favorite needle minders. If you can't tell, I love beachy things. There she is. I did all the green this year, which is not much. Not much at all. And then couldn't resist because Jessica was doing Dark Queen of the Earth, which is the one I showed you before. Yeah, she's beautiful. I definitely want to put some time on her this year. A lot of time. A lot of time. I think that's all I had in that bag. Let me double check. I think that's it. Yeah. Doing all the called for colors on that. Then this I don't really have a picture of. I'll show you one that I finished and then one that's a WIP. So these are this is very small. The beginning of November, maybe I thought, I'll do little ornaments for all my book club members that I have 2 book clubs. I was going to do just 1 book club I was going to do. And did I do that? Well, I got one done. Teeny tiny. I really like it. It's a cute little reindeer. And then this is the start of a Christmas tree. Why is it pink? I'm not sure. I don't remember. So, yeah. I'll work on these throughout the year and just maybe start doing maybe 1 a month, and then I would have enough to give out to my book club members. Another fun needle minder that I love. So that was a start and minimal finish. This is Alice, and I didn't work on her at all, and I really want to get some work done on her. She's one of my faves. I don't have a photo of her. If you're a Bendy Stitch fan, Bendy Stitch has this on her wall a lot of the time behind her. It's Alice. It's a Ukrainian Russian. I think she's Ukrainian. Anyway, she's definitely like Cute Patterns by Maria or something. That's not quite right, but anyway. There's a white rabbit with kitty hair on it. There's Alice. She's draped over a clock or a stopwatch, or the watch that, pocket watch. I would say stopwatch. It's a pocket watch. I love this fabric. I'm super happy that I chose it. Am I using my own? I may have picked my own. I may have picked my own. If I'm doing my, no, I think I'm doing the colorful colors with that one. Another one I'd super like to put time into. Ooh. Then this is also one of my favorite stitches that came out. Lindy Stitch designed this. It says, I have daughters and I have sons. When one of them lays a hand on my shoulder, shining fish turns suddenly in the deep sea. It's a quote by Robert Bly's poem titled, I Have Daughters and I Have Sons. And I need to look up that poem and see what else it says in the poem because, yeah. And I love everything about this. I love the way she had it framed. I want to get this on my wall this year. I do. I'm doing all the called fors. And that's how much I've gotten done. And the tails are done in the very sparkly braid, the Petite Treasure braid. And then the fish are variegated and the gold lettering's variegated, and it is beautiful. And it's one of my faves. I want to get it done. Then another bag from the Painted Leaf, which I love. How beautiful is that? Yeah, it's really pretty. And it has the rainbow inside. Did I just, no. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Mm. And I'm doing, this was my birthday start this year. You all know and love it. It's Night Walks Down. Night walked down the sky. Night walked down the sky with the moon in her hand. Part of the reason I love it so much is that big black cat. I've even thought of changing the hair color to more my color. I think it'd be pretty. I think it'd be pretty with a blondish, grayish hair color, but we'll see. And I have not done a lot on it. I want to get back to it. I've done that much on it, but it's all, you know, I need to get it probably, no, I'm fine. It's not heavy duty stretch, so it's fine. Is that right? No, that's right. Yeah, it's that corner. It's that corner. Yeah, not a very big start, but I love it. Okay, that's another bag down. I've got one more big bag, and then we're done. And it's 51 minutes, so we're going to be right at, oops. What did I do? Oh, that's okay. We're going to be right at a little bit over an hour, maybe. Yeah, this has a lot in it. This is my bag, storage bag I got in the Nice List box. So this is my Valentine situation. This was done by Lake Wind Studio, and I just loved it because it's Betty Boop and red polka dots. And I thought, well, this is great for putting, now I've got thread laying everywhere. This would be great for putting Valentine things in, which is what I have done. So, Really Friends is one I started a while back. I don't know when I started it for sure. I really don't know when I started this. I do have a picture. Here we go. Yeah, it's a little bit ratted out because of the plastic sticks. So it's Really Friends. I think I've pulled my own colors. Not positive. I super like the fabric I chose. It's a pink and blue, splashy Fortnite fabric, I'm sure. And I haven't done. For those, there is nothing I would not do. I'm sorry, it says, there is nothing I would not do for those who are really my friends. It's really pretty. So I've done the castle, or the house, and I've done some of the words, and I've done the chest. I'm a little off on my counting, but anyway. And I think I pulled my own threads. And I started this StitchCon 2021. And I worked on it some this year. I know I put in some more words, and I put in that chest. But that's all I've done. But I really like the piece. I've toyed with tossing it, but I don't want to. I mean, not tossing, but UFOing it. But I don't want to. It really is beautiful. This is one. I don't have a picture of it. I wish that I had done it on different fabric, and I don't know if I'm going to keep going on it because now I've got another. This was going to be for my son and daughter-in-law. It's the one with it's the Lindy Stitch one where they're walking the herring, walking the fish. Where if you don't keep walking, the fish will die, kind of saying on it. I do like the fabric choice. I just haven't done anything on it. And like I said, this was supposed to be for my son and daughter-in-law because it's a funny Scandinavian kind of thing, and she's Scandinavian. But I'm doing my puppy one, not for them now. And I don't think I don't think that might be the fish one might be UFO. So are those really Valentine? I guess they're Valentine. I don't know. I don't have a Valentine one specifically, but that's kind of in my brain. That's what I had thought of doing. Okay, this bag is the first Gilmore Girl bag, which is that beautiful pleather that they do. What do I have in here? Oh, I have a lot in here. Yeah. Why is my Stars Hollow ones in here? Oh, those need to go in that other. Well, at least I know. Well, that's okay because this is a Stars Hollow. I have Good Fortune, which is the dragon that Katie Landis from Black Nail Society designed. And again, I don't know where my threads are on this, and I didn't know in June. So obviously I haven't stitched on this anymore. I started this last February for Lunar New Year, which I see is this weekend. And I have not done much. I've only done part of the dragon. Where are these cat hairs coming? Oops, sorry. Let's knock you guys over. Sorry for the... Okay. So I've just done the red. The red. Doesn't even look right. I don't know what I did. That doesn't even look right because why is there that much red without white? No, I may have screwed this up, folks. That might be why I haven't done anything on it. I may have thought, oh wow, I have to start this over. Oops. That doesn't look right at all. I may have to pick that out. I don't know. That's disappointing. I really like the fabric I chose for this too. It's very similar to what she charted it on. And it's Fortnite fabric. So I belong to Fortnite Fabric and Forbidden Fiber Fabric Clubs. Those are the two I belong to. Then this guy is, I do have a picture of it, I think. Oh, no, I don't. I don't have a picture of this because it's, no, I do, because it is a bot pattern. Where is it? Okay, this is frustrating. So this is how much I've done on it, and it's called Little Quaker something or other. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. I didn't realize it was this big. Okay, so it's this one. I'm pulling my own threads with it because I wanted to flip the threads on this. So this is the very top and then down because I want to make the bird and the house. Bird and the house. This is my palette. This is on 28 count. I know this is atomic whatever they call that fabric. This is 28 count. It's not linen, I don't believe, but it is 28 count. So that's all I've done on it. I'm not thrilled with my stitches, but it's pretty. And I flipped the stitch because I wanted the background to be dark and then this all to be in golds and browns, as you can see. This will be dark. I mean, light. So I didn't feel like it showed up well, in my opinion. It's a gorgeous design. It's Kathy Barrick. I've never done a Kathy Barrick. Atomic Ranch. Into the Woods 28 count. That's the fabric I use. But I bought this at not Stitch Con. I bought this at camp at Black Nail Society camp. because there was a gal with me who I made fast friends with, and she had bought that piece of fabric, and I just fell in love with it. And then I saw a pattern over there that I really think that would look good on, but I don't care for the way that just disappears. So anyway, so I'm making modifications, making that my own. These are the colors I'm using again. Yeah, I think it's going to be really, really pretty. Mostly Color and Cotton Classic Color Works. There is a Weeks Dye Works, a couple of Weeks Dye Works, and then a couple of Forbidden Fiber flosses, which I also belong to. This was my main goal, was to use this Forbidden Fiber floss because I thought it was so beautiful. So I'm using that for a lot of those leaves that go around. So that's a fun one, and I will get back to that, and maybe I'll work on that in the spring because I'm basically not a spring stitcher. This, do I have a photo of it? Sorry, I'm being a little fiddly as I go here. Yes, I do have a photo of it. This is Barbara Anna Designs, and this is when I first fell in love with Barbara Anna. Wasn't crazy about the colors, so I'm pulling my own colors for this one also. I'm using the same green that I used for something else, which I don't remember what it was. And that's how much I have done. And it's this one. It's Let It Snow. I'm sorry. There's the house and the tree. So I am definitely choosing my own colors. Tree I like the tree on it. Haven't gotten a lot done. Didn't work on it this year. Fabric is kind of stiff again. I'm learning more about fabric, and because everything I ordered fabric-wise had to be ordered without seeing or touching it. Sorry, this is hurting my head. Seeing or touching it in 20 and 21. I don't have a local needle place, and then so the only fabrics I got that I really saw was after was 21, 22, and I learned a lot about what I like and what I don't like. Okay, that goes in there. Keep that together. What else have I got in here? I don't have any other whips, I don't believe. Oh yeah, I do have one other whip. This is another thing I use that same green on. I don't have a picture of it, but it is a band sampler. It's Stitchonomy's Christmas from not this year but last year, and it's a band sampler, and it's very, very cute. But I found some other things I wanted to stitch on. I've got a pulled thread there that I have to fix in that little square. It has 3 reindeer. Each motif, there's 3 or maybe there's 4 mugs. I don't remember what's down here. Maybe mittens, maybe boots. Honestly, don't remember. It's very cute. Again, I love this fabric. Same fabric from Let It Snow. Pulled my own palette because I changed up the fabric choice. And yep. It's another Christmas whip. A couple of Mill Hills are in here, but they're not finished or started, or they're downstairs to be finished. So those are close to either being finished or whatever. So anyway, that's what was in that bag. And we're over an hour now, but I'm going to keep going. Wow, I need to make sure I don't lose anything here. Don't want to lose anything. So yeah, so that's my second 28 count piece. Now that I know I did the fox, I'm doing the fox on that. This guy goes back here. This is so that was kind of my winter Christmas overflow, I guess you call it. This is, oh, I didn't touch that. I didn't touch this year, but I love it. It's called Yule Ball. I don't have a photo of it because it was a mystery. It was done by Michelle Bendy. I love the little animals. There's a tree in the middle. I don't remember what's on the other side. More animals, I think. Pardon me. Picked my own fabric. No, I didn't. That came in the box. It was a box thing. It was a collaboration with Forbidden Fiber. So this is the palette. Forbidden Fiber floss. That's beautiful. Anyway, didn't work on that at all this Christmas. I'm probably a third to a half done with this, and I would like to finish it up. Came in this super cute bag, and again, my cat, I think, chewed off the charm. She gets her little teeth on these, you know, she sees these charms hanging off. If it's bite size, she's gonna gnaw on it, because I put it on very often. They put it on with that a fish line, or anyway, had a cute so that's the bag that came with that, or that it came in. This is another, I believe, Forbidden Fiber, because she dyes all of her own bags. This is an Outlander. It's called Sing Me a Song of the Last That Is Gone. Say, could that last be I? Mary of Soul, she sailed on a day over the sea to sky. This was not a mystery. It was a pattern, and then I have a second pattern in here that's associated with Outlander. And so this was 14 count tumbleweed from Forbidden Fiber. And that's the back side. And that's the front side. And it has, does it have a picture? Yeah. Blood of my blood, bone of my bone. And I really liked this. I thought, and I could have this done in no time. This could be an FF fully finished object this year, definitely. It says, ye are blood of my blood and bone of my bone. Yeah, especially when Outlander comes out again, I will sit and stitch on this while I watch Outlander. That was my motivation last year for getting as much done as I got done. Or I can sit and rewatch it, because I can always do that. Then this is another Outlander pattern that I bought through Etsy, because I just loved it. It's called Denafash. That's not the name of it, but that's what I call it. And it's an Outlander one with, this is going to say Sassenach, or however you say that, her name that he calls her. This is Jamie's, and I pulled my own colors on this. This is Jamie's tartan colors, to the best of my understanding. And I did all of this last year, all of this. Well, I bought this last February or March, I think. Whenever I got this, which I think was March, the blood of my bone. And then I saw this one, and I went, oh, I want that one. I really want that one. And again, it's fun because it has a lot of motifs. So when you finish a motif, you feel like, yeah, I got something done. So that has two Outlander stitches in it. Pulling my own floss for the second piece. I need to check this really quick here. Closet colors. It's ribbon red. Still, I'm looking for some Classic Colorworks flosses that were not in my stash that I need for another project. And I thought, as I go through these and I see some Classic Colorworks that I pulled, maybe I'll find the ones I need. But have I found the ones I need? No, I haven't. That's okay. I can always order them or match them up, or just use DMC. I thought maybe that red was it, but that's not. It's called ribbon red. I could use that though, maybe. What did I do? Oh, okay, I know what I did. This has Halloween stuff, I believe, in it. Yes, it does. A little bit of Halloween in it. Okay, this is the banner. I did work on that this year. This is a banner. That's what I bought the fabric for. I did this part of it. So I'd done the upper part with the zombies, and then I did this part this year. I'm going to sneeze, sorry. Could be more than one. Not right away. So I did the bats and the skeletons this year. I did touch that this year because I started this in 2020. This is an older one too. Did I use my own? Did I pull my own floss? I did, and I'm using a lot of etoile in this. A lot of colored etoile. Do I have a fabric piece? Oh, and maybe that, remember I showed you that finishing fabric? I may have gotten that for this too. So this is a picture of it, and then this bottom piece is grayed out because this was a mystery sal, and I don't know. I have another picture. I don't know where it is. So I've done this, half of this part, and I've done all of this part. So I need to do that and then the bottom part, which is, I believe, a Mrs. Frankenstein and Mr. Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein, Mrs. Yeah. It's cute. It's really cute. And then, what is that? Oh, this is my script. This is what I got this year from, I don't remember who. And I've done this a bunch of Trick or Treat. A lot of people have done and finished this, but that's how much I got done. So I have a few Halloween pieces that I need to work on and finish this year. This is kind of full. I don't know why it's so full, but we'll just jam it in here anyway. This is a cute little, also black sleeved, Black Needle Society sleeve bag that I bought. They have kitties, black kitties on it, and they sparkle. You can see that. Another Halloween bag. This is actually my Mill Hill bag. So when I went to Steel City Stitcher Retreat, I got this. And this is how much I did, but I've worked on it some since I've been home. I've done some of the pink. I did a lot of that pink fill in. These are deceptive because you think, oh, I just have to do the big heart. But this is all stitched all the way around that heart. Is it pretty? Absolutely, it's beautiful. And then I've showed this recently too. This is my buttons and beads magic shoes that I'm doing for my sister. That it's her 65th birthday in July, and I'm going to try and get this done for her. And it's kind of Halloweenish, but it's also, it fits along with a piece of Wizard of Oz kind of subject that, with the ruby slippers and the stripy socks. So, and it's called Magic Shoes. So it's not really necessarily Halloween. So and then we have a history of that between us, the two of us. A history of, what's it called? Wizard of Oz, thank you very much. Yes. Okay. Yes, because I think I bemoaned the fact that I had lost all my beads. And so I reordered all the beads, which cost as much as the pattern did, or the kit did, because these are in kits. And then, of course, I found all my beads, which is the way it goes. This is one of my favorite little bags that I keep Halloween things in, or that I can just grab and go. It's one of my faves, and it's so beautiful. And this, and see, if you don't put a tag on your bags, makers, I don't know who you were. I can look back in my notes, but okay, so that is the most of the WIPs. And then I have a couple more that are current that I'll show you. And then I'm done. I'm done with my WIP parade. So I finished it. I just have to mount it. It's actually, I cut a piece of cardboard. I put a piece of quilting makes it puffy. I've lost the word. I finished it. And get it in the mail to my daughter this week. And it's going to be a little late because her birthday is actually tomorrow. But they had a death in the family that they're having to go to out of state. And it kind of put me off to think, well, she doesn't really need it on her. She won't even be home on her birthday. So I'm going to get it to her midweek. And so I'm planning. And oh, and then we had the holiday. I had a dental appointment. I had to get a new crown started. So I have a temp crown here. It's a little sore, but it's okay. And he was able to save the tooth. Save the tooth, but also I didn't have to have a root canal. And when I had scheduled it, when I had a cleaning back a few months ago, he said, we need to look at this tooth. And I'm not sure you have a lot of decay under there. You might need a root canal before we do the crown. And I was like, ugh. And I was in the chair 2 hours. He worked on me 2 hours, but he saved the nerve. So I didn't have to have a root canal. It's not painful. I think he did a great job. I really like this dentist. And yeah, because we want to save all the princess teeth because we've put a lot of money in my mouth. Anyway, all that to say, didn't get this finished. I did a Flosstube a week ago. So it's a little over a week ago I did my Flosstube. And then I did all that, I finished up all of that in after the Flosstube. So it was a good piece that I worked on. But then because I knew I had my dental appointment the next day, and I didn't know if I get that stitched, and I wanted to get it in the mail. Then I forgot we had a Martin Luther King holiday. Then we had 2 bouts of snow. I didn't go out to get this mailed. So it's supposed to snow Sunday, Monday. I will definitely get out Tuesday, Wednesday of this week and get this in the mail. It's done. I was also able to. I need to put Mom and the year down here. It's for her 50th birthday. It's the first thing I've ever stitched for. I'm super happy with it. Super, super happy with it. And then I did a lot more on my piece that I started. I started this at Annabella's All Things Winter because I didn't do All Things Winter. I did All Things Beach because I was at the beach and I've done that much. So I put in some stitches this week on that. That was after I was feeling better after my dental appointment. Really like that. Then I have not put any more stitches, but this is a WIP, so I'll show it. So I called it wild salt hair. That's the picture of it. So I've done all the letters. I did the starfish. I've done the waves. I've done these are all Smyrna crosses, as are these. I did all the white Smyrna crosses except for these up here. And so and 1 row of fish. So I have a row of fish, the seaweed or sea kelp or underwater floral stuff, the Smyrna crosses, and the seashell, and I'm done. So this could be a finish next time I see you. Really, really like that a lot. Is this a, oh, here's my puppy. So this is Magnus, my son and daughter-in-law's dog. Magnus, he's a Chesapeake Bay Retriever. And I have done, he's a recent start. I started him in, right when I got home from seeing them in November. So I haven't done any more on him since my last one, but he's definitely a WIP, so I need to show him. So he's fun because he's symmetrical. So he doesn't, so once I count on one side, I can just do the other side without much counting. I love him. He's so fun to stitch. So he's one of my, so my Wild Salt Air is my most recent WIP. He's my second most recent WIP. And I would like to get him done by the end of spring. I am not a spring type season stitcher. I know lots of people stitch bunnies and eggs and chickens, but we don't really have spring in Colorado. So I've never been much of a spring person. We just, March and April are sometimes our very snowiest months. It doesn't feel like spring here until May. We get a very tail end of spring. And then even in May, they're still skiing in the mountains. So spring isn't, yeah, when I had my kids and we did Easter and all of that, it was a little more in the forefront, but it isn't a main seasonal event in my mind at all. Not at all. Okay, that I believe is it. So I went an hour and 21 minutes. Thank you for joining me. I do believe I did a better job. I think that's all my WIPs. Yeah, it is. I think I did a better job this time. I don't know how many I had. I could go back through and count them. I might do that and put that in my notes in this. So an hour and 22 minutes. I super enjoyed this. And I'll be back next week with a little more content and regular content, which for me is just like what I've stitched, what's going on in life. So Glinda, my little flamingo buddy over here, which is a new start that I'm going to start, is my little flamingo piece that we got from Annabella's. I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember that name today. Retreat in Florida that I went to 2 weeks ago. My husband has a horrible cold and I'm super hoping, and he's stubborn and won't test, and I don't think it's COVID, but it's a nasty cold. And he's starting to get over that, and I'm hoping that I don't get it. I'm hoping. I wore a little bit of representation today of snowflakes. Snowflakes. This is one of my favorite bracelets. And water, which we got a lot of water content in our snow. And then I didn't show this last time, but I got some new beads because I got a gift certificate from Brighton. And so I got this bead. I got some more wintry beads, and I love this blue too. That one, this one, oops, sorry, this one, can't even, anyway, it's a very beautiful blue. And I got another one. Where's the other one? I did get another one. I know I did. Oh, it was just it's a snowflake. Oh, yeah. This little guy who is very sparkly. It's kind of hard. It's not showing up there. That's better. So I got 3 new beads with Brighton gift certificate that they send you. Oh, I lost. Who knows where that came from? I'm going to put it in my little bag thing over here at this side. And that's about all I have in life right now going on. As I said, we had my daughter's family, her husband's uncle passed unexpectedly, and so they had a death in the family. And then, unfortunately, my daughter-in-law's grandpa had a massive stroke and up in Seattle, and that's her last grandparent. And my son was very close to him. They go fly fishing together, and he was just a fine, fine man. And I met him several times throughout the wedding plans and everything, and the wedding I met him, or saw him there too. So I'd met the man. He was a wonderful woodworker. And so Tammy and family, Tammy is his daughter, Ashley's mom. I'm sorry for your sorrow right now, and I do hope he passes soon, if that's what is in the plans for him. It's hard for me to speak about all of that. Anyway, so there's some sadness going on, but other than that, my family is doing well. I think I told you they had a fabulous time in Morocco. That was an amazing once-in-a-lifetime trip for my daughter and husband and her 2 kids that went. And I thank you for joining me. Hit the like, subscribe, comment if you'd like buttons. I think I went up a little bit since the retreat I went to in my subscriber list, so I appreciate you joining me. So hi to all my table mates, Diane, and the gal from San Diego, Escondido, and I can't remember your name right now. But anyway, so enjoyed visiting with you. The gal to Diane's right, which I can't remember her name right now currently. The sisters that we stitched with, Kathy, and then my good new friend that picked me up from the airport. My brain is on pause right now. Give me 2 minutes. Kathy was to my left, and Susie. I'm sorry, Susie. Susie. Anyway, hi to all of you. I hope you're watching this. And I wish you all good things. I need to get on I'm not a good Instagrammer, but I need to get on my, I need to stop this video because I can't even, my brain is totally not working. I need to get on my email and reconnect with all you table mates from this last retreat and say hey and catch up a little bit. So stitching to connect, Annie, not connecting very well, sorry. And I will see you in a week to 10 days. Bye.